Nicole Hartford. Nicole, they had you outside working overtime, standing in the snow, but it looks like you have fun. You had a snowman going on out there.
Yeah, and I think the snow yesterday for people who got to get outside at parks and sled and enjoy it was really fun. It's the roads that things turned a little more hazardous, and as ice developed, we started to see those power outages as well as downed trees. We're still watching for that lingering slush and ice through the morning, so we're not completely in the clear when it comes to our roadways. Travel may still be hazardous, likely for the next hour or so, but as temperatures start to warm up, we'll see less and less of that slush and ice on the roadways. We will be on the lookout, though, for some refreezing through the overnight tonight if we don't manage to melt all of what's left on roads and just on the ground in general right now. The good news is that road temperatures, for the most part, at least through the metro, are very close to, if not above, freezing. The roads are a lot messier the further north you go, where road temperatures are below the freezing point. We're at 31 degrees for that road temperature off towards Blue Ridge Drive, as well as up to US 76. The further south you go into the metro, road temperatures are hovering right around the 33 to 35 degree mark. So while that is certainly cold enough, and while there are colder spots that could lead to some slick spots, some ice, especially roads that perhaps aren't traveled quite as frequently, parking lots, of course, bridges and overpasses, the widespread ice and snow is not really as much of a problem through the Atlanta metro and down towards the south. You will want to be very cautious on the roads. Take it slow, as you could still come across some icy spots. This is our view right now from Arizona Avenue. You can see still a good deal of cloud cover, a lot of snowfall still on the ground there, but unfortunately it's no longer the pretty fluffy nice snow. It is icy snow, and we'll hang on to some of that in many spots throughout the entire day today. Temperatures are still cold. We're at 33 degrees currently in Atlanta. Winds have picked up. It's breezy, which makes it feel even colder. Those winds will help to clear out some of the ice and slush on the ground, but they will also potentially lead to additional power outages or blown over trees. I'll talk more about that coming up in just a few minutes. Now we have Molly Oak, who is live currently, I believe, in Hall County again, going out and around and looking for what conditions are like there. And it looks still very snowy behind you, Molly.
Snowy and definitely icy. I may or may not have almost slipped on the sidewalk about 5 minutes ago, but we caught ourselves. So we're looking good on my end. Things looking honestly way better than we expected here as well. We actually made our way over to Oakwood. We're right near Gainesville, still near University of North Georgia Gainesville campus, if you know where that is. This is a look at the roads, though, and our roads that we were driving through for the past couple hours have all looked really clear. The only times we've seen maybe a little bit of snow or ice on the roads is where you'd expect it, on the bridge, where you always see those signs of warning, bridge ices before the road. But even that smooth driving, you can still see that ice over top of the snow that gives that good crunch on top of the grassy areas. But again, good news over here in Oakwood that we've seen. Roads are looking clear for anyone who does have to be out and about today. Guys.
Thank you, Molly. We'll check back in with you around 9 a.m. Let's check in with 11 Alive's Erica Murphy, who's live for us in DeKalb County this morning as a winter storm that dumped snow and freezing rain continues to impact Metro Atlanta. We're seeing power outages across the region. We're going to go to our Erica Murphy. All right, so meanwhile, Georgia Power has been preparing for these outages and says they're ready to respond and already have crews in place across the state. Here's what you can expect to see today as crews respond to get the lights back on and the power on.
You'll see damage assessment teams, Georgia Power Company trucks, bucket trucks, our contractors and their bucket trucks responding. If you see them, we ask you to give them space to do their work safely.
Currently without power, keep all the doors closed and cover those doors with curtains. You can also put a towel under the door to keep the cold air out, and remember to keep your refrigerator closed so that your food can last longer. And if you do plan to drive in the snow, this is what you can risk behind the wheel. This is video that we received from a viewer showing drivers stuck in the snow yesterday. This is on the east-west connector in Cobb County. The snow caused also some cars to struggle on 10th and Monroe. As you can see, some people, they had to get out and help a car that was stuck. This morning, drivers are urged to stay home and avoid non-essential travel.
Biggest thing is to stay off the roads right now. Our public safety crews are responding and working the roads to keep the conditions as safe as possible. But as conditions deteriorate, it's going to be important to not go out unless you absolutely have to.
Some tips for driving in the snow if you cannot avoid it. AAA says hitting the gas hard when trying to go up a hill can make your wheels spin and reduce control over the vehicle. Instead, try to get a little inertia going before you reach the top of the hill and let that carry you up. And you should not put your child in their car seat with their puffy coats on, as this can lead to loose fitting harnesses. Instead, dress your child in thinner layers and put blankets or coats on after the harness is secured. Also, Kelly Blue Book says you actually should avoid putting your windshield wipers up before the snow, as this can damage the springs that keep your windshield wipers flush to the glass. All good tips.